Well, Javier, man, good to see you. How are things? How's it going?
Good to see you. Things are going good, Jake. How are you? Things good?
Yes, it's Friday. I'm a little tired, but it's Friday, so good to chill for the weekend. I'm ready to go.
Nice, 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 nice.
Yeah, so you're in Dubai, right?
Yes, I'm in Dubai at my favorite place, my favorite restaurant at Dubai Mall at Al Maya. I
Okay.
always post about Al Maya, so that's where I'm at.
All right, cool, man. What
As
brings
you
you?
can see, if you can see, you see the bird
Oh,
right there?
wow. Fancy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, right? Lucky me, right?
Yes, living it up, man. What brings you there specifically?
I'm trying to drum up business. I'm trying to become a business guy, but as a coach, it's kind of I'm using my coaching mind now as a business mind,
Okay.
and I should have done it when I first started
Right.
because it worked. It worked. It worked. Now I'm slimming it. I'm like killing it. I'm gonna bring out a tuna company
Okay.
at some point called Javier's Choice. It'll be out in about 4 or 5 months. You'll see it worldwide called Javier's Choice Tuna.
Oh, wow. Awesome, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Really cool. So, yeah,
Yeah,
better late than never, you know?
yeah. We're also working. Me and my partner, Aiku, Dr. Aiku. We're doing a resort in Maldives with the Kapinski Hotel. We're working on it. So I'm putting the vibes out there that it's going to
Yes.
happen. So eventually I'll have a hotel too.
Right on, man. Yeah, a lot of things going on. That's cool. I mean, when you got into coaching initially, did you ever imagine being in these kind of spots?
No, I just wanted to be a coach. I didn't want to be nothing but a coach. My love was being a coach, and that my sole purpose was for coaching. But COVID changed that
Right.
because when COVID hit, I lost everything almost, and I almost went under. And I don't want that to ever happen again. I'm always going to coach for the rest of my life, but I don't want to be coaching as my only source of revenue and for my family. So my goal is to make something happen. So if whatever happens again, the world ends and then the whole world goes. But I don't want COVID to
Right.
destroy me or something like that.
Yeah, definitely scary times, man, but we all made it through. So, I mean, that's interesting,
Yeah.
Javier. Like, I'm curious, has it gotten harder to kind of coach as you kind of spread things out and have more of these projects? Because I know a lot of guys, like you just said right there, you can never foresee a day when you're done, right? But is it harder when you're kind of juggling these things, or are you pretty balanced with it?
I'm balanced and only because of one thing. I'm only doing Team Khabib.
Mm,
I'm only doing Team Khabib. My gym in San Jose is being handled by the head coach, which is Ron Kessler. He's the head coach, and I have the great one, Cain Velasquez.
yep.
He's the coach, and my son Jeremy Mendez. So I have three incredible individuals that I love, that I know can handle anything AKA needs to keep the legacy going. And who better to have teach my son than the great Cain Velasquez?
Right.
No one better, no one better. And then when Habib's there, of course he's got Habib also, But for right now, he's got Ron Kessler, who's the head coach, and he's got Cain Velasquez. Like I said, and if people have been around Cain Velasquez, you'll realize what a great coach and a human being he is. So my son's in great hands, and my son's going to be a great coach one day.
Yeah, awesome, man. Can't beat that at all. So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Javier. I'm sure you get asked this question pretty regularly, but and it might change every now and then. But most talented athlete you've ever coached, who stands out?
Usman Nurmagomedov.
Usman. Okay,
Yes,
you had that one ready to go.
that's easy. That's easy. I train. I know who's the most talented. Usman. Usman.
Okay, all right. And I mean, yeah, he's still coming up, young guy out of the bunch. And I mean, I guess just to go off of that, like, where do you kind of foresee him in? I don't know. Let's say 3 years. How quickly do you think people will kind of start recognizing just how good he is? Because I think the hardcores have noticed already. Obviously, he's a Bellator champ, but for him to break into the next level like the Islams and Habibs have.
Well, unfortunately, he'd have to be in the mainstream where everybody knows what's going on. And let's say mainstream, we already know it's the UFC. So if you're not in the UFC, unfortunately, you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. And he deserves the recognition. But unfortunately, until the television viewers and the fan base grows for PFL Bellator, is still going to be behind until he gets into a UFC at some point in his career. But I would imagine that PFL, Bellator would be foolish to want to let him go
Yeah.
because he's a superstar. You know, I've said it many years already that he was going to be when he's there now. And as long as Khabib and I can keep him mentally there, he's going to remain there for another 5-10 years until he retires.
Right, right. And I mean, just what are kind of your thoughts in general on the whole PFL Bellator merger? There's been kind of mixed opinions whether it's good for MMA overall. Like, how have you felt about it?
I was very optimistic that they can get it together, and I was losing hope because of all the fighters that got cut.
Mm.
But I'm starting to see some good rumblings from them and the Don Davis and the merger with the Saudi royalty that is involved with. So they're starting to show me some promise. So I'm being very optimistic and very hopeful that they bring this out, and the Warner Brothers deal they just did. That's a great sign. So I believe they have the funding, they have the backing that they need. Now and they have the talent. They have the talent. When they purchased Bellator, I said, did they buy Bellator because they wanted the talent? Because a lot of people don't realize that enormous talent that Bellator had. And I knew when they did the matchup, I said just about every single person from Bellator versus PFL, the Bellator's going to win. I knew that already.
Right.
Because in my opinion, you put the champs from Bellator against the UFC champs, I'm sorry, but there's going to be some changes of the guard there. There's not going to be no sweep. Like I knew the PFL was going to get swept, but you put Bellator champs against the UFC champs, it's no sweep.
Mm-hmm.
It's no sweep. There's no sweep. The light heavyweights, no sweep. Mm-hmm. The middleweights, no sweep. And I also happen to think that the welterweight's the consideration. And the lightweight I can't say because that'll never happen.
Yes.
Usman will never fight Islam. So that's a fight that will never happen.
For sure, man. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the year plays out for them after all this. But I wanted to ask you, or when I asked about the most talented athlete you've coached, I mean, I don't know if you heard DC recently kind of said that Islam he believes is more dangerous than Khabib. So I want to get your take on that too. When you think about, I guess, the definition of dangerous, he didn't specify, but he said he thinks Islam is more dangerous than Khabib was in his prime.
Okay. He's more skilled in multiple areas.
Yeah.
Yes. More dangerous. Nobody's more dangerous, in my opinion, in the world than Khabib. No one. I don't care. I haven't seen one that's more dangerous than Khabib in the sense of danger. Meaning you can't do nothing to him. Very difficult to do anything to him. Khabib's the most dangerous, in my opinion, because first of all, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and I'm being biased because I love him to death.
Yeah.
He's got the hardest chin I've ever seen on anybody. He's been hit.
Yeah,
he's been hit. The only person that rocked him a tiny bit, was Michael Johnson. Mm-hmm. Michael Johnson hit him with one hell of a shot, and other than that, no one else has hit him with anything. Justin Gaethje's hit him, but did nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, he's steamrolls everybody. No, I think DC probably meant more skill-wise, and yes, that's correct. But more dangerous, I don't think there's ever been a man more dangerous than Khabib.
Yeah, that's kind of how I interpret it as well. So interesting, though. Just going as for Islam, Javier, I'm curious how you kind of feel about the current position with him as the champ in lightweight, and you know his contenders are fighting in a couple weeks, right? So he's kind of, it's looking like Poirier might be the guy. Is it kind of frustrating to see that, or are you just happy to see him fight anybody? How do you read the whole situation, I guess?
And the reality is, I'm just happy to see him fight anybody. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I want him to fight anybody. Just fight.
Yeah.
Just fight, because he's ready to fight. Obviously, he was offered to fight Leon before, but that was during Ramadan time. Hey, look, when you're the champion, you fight when you're ready to fight. You don't fight when the company says fight. Because if you're a company guy, great, but you better be ready when the company says come. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to be the company guy because you're not going to hold that title. If you don't hold that title, you don't hold that what we all want. You know, at the end of the day, it's about legacy, money. You know, it really is status, legacy, money. Once you lose that belt, you're no longer pound for pound the best in the world, and you're no longer going to dictate, you know, certain things that when you're the champion, you can dictate. So Islam's a true professional, and he wanted to fight at the time that he's going to be ready to defend his title at the best ability that he can do. during Ramadan time, shortly thereafter, was no way, not going to happen.
Yeah. So just timing issues, right? So hopefully we do get to see him just
Yes.
go against anybody there.
Yeah, yeah, against anybody. I mean, if it's Dustin, fantastic. If it's Justin, fantastic. But from my perspective, because who's available now, who would be available sooner? Dustin.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the reason why this is going on, because we don't know what's going to happen with Justin and they're fighting Charles. We don't know. What if the winner gets injured and now the fight's delayed? Now Islam's got to wait now. How much more time?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I'm all for Dustin, because Dustin's injury free and he's a great fighter. And he's a great human being. He's my pick also, because of the circumstances fit perfect for Dustin and Islam. Perfect.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. All right. Well, Javier, I won't keep you much longer here, man. But last thing I just want to hit you with real quick is any up and comers to look out for, man. You got the eye for talent, obviously. Anybody you want to let people know about?
Well, the two people that I've mentioned before was for my age is Muhammad Alarak, who's in the PFL. He's in the Arab League tournament, which I believe he's going to win. He's somebody to watch out for. And on Team Khabib, Nurmagomedov, he's another one to watch out for. He's super, super talented, and he's another one that could end up winning the lightweight title, which means that AKA Team AKA Eagle will be known for lightweight king.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, we'll definitely keep an eye out on him, Javier. But until then, man, thanks so much for the time, and enjoy the rest of your time in Dubai and doing all the business, man. It's awesome to see. Well deserved.
Thank you. Hey, one other thing. I'm also doing a book. I'm writing a book.
All right, an author now.
I'm going to do a book, and it's going to be about motivation, not about fighters per se, but it's about people in general. Through love, through love,
Awesome.
which is what I do. That's how I coach. I coach through love, and through love you can accomplish many things.
Awesome, man. That's great. A timetable for it this year? Can we expect it?
We're looking to potentially release it in December.
Okay.
But let's see. Right now, I've been with my agent, and it was also going to write it too, Toby. Toby, we had 2 conversations already, 2-hour conversations. We're going to have many more. Let's see. We're going to try to get it out by December.
All right, awesome. We'll look forward to it, Javier. But until then, man, yeah, wishing you the best with everything, and I'll chat with you next time, man.
Okay, thank you, Drake.
All right.